The night was electric as fans filled the iconic Sydney venue for a much-anticipated Elton John concert in 2015. Excitement buzzed in the air, with people chatting and laughing, their faces lit up by the vibrant lights that danced across the stage. The atmosphere was a delightful mix of anticipation and joy, as everyone eagerly awaited Elton's entrance. As the clock ticked closer to showtime, the crowd erupted into cheers, their voices rising like a wave. Friends hugged and sang snippets of Elton's greatest hits, creating a sense of togetherness that filled every corner of the arena. The excitement was palpable. There was something magical about being part of such a large gathering, all there to celebrate the gift of music. When Elton finally appeared, dressed in his signature flamboyant style, the audience screamed with delight. He greeted his fans with warmth and charisma, instantly drawing everyone into his world. His music had a way of connecting people, and tonight was no different. Hearts raced as familiar melodies filled the venue. As the show began, vibrant lights flashed and the band started playing. The powerful sound enveloped the crowd like a warm blanket, but for some, it was almost too much to handle. While many danced and sang along, not everyone thrived in this sea of sound. Little did they know that within this lively crowd sat a young boy named Leo Martinez, who was struggling to enjoy the experience like everyone else. As fans swayed to the rhythm and shared smiles with strangers, Leo sat quietly in his seat, feeling overwhelmed by the intensity around him. The contrast between the joyful energy of the crowd and Leo's struggle highlighted how unique each concert experience could be, setting the stage for an unforgettable moment that would touch many hearts that night. Among the vibrant crowd at the concert sat 9-year-old Leo Martinez, a boy whose heart was full of love for music. From a young age, Leo had been captivated by melodies and rhythms, often seen dancing around his living room to his favorite songs. Music brought him joy like nothing else. It filled his world with color and imagination. However, there was a flip side to Leo's passion, his sensitivity to sound. While some children reveled in loud concerts, Leo often found himself overwhelmed by the intense noise. It wasn't that he didn't want to enjoy the performance. Rather, the powerful sounds could feel too much for him to bear. He loved the way music made him feel but sometimes wished he could enjoy it in a quieter way. On this specific night in Sydney, Leo's excitement was overshadowed by rising anxiety as the concert began. He wore a bright t-shirt adorned with musical notes, hoping the energy of the crowd would lift his spirits. But as the thunderous applause and cheering enveloped him, Leo instinctively covered his ears and began to rock back and forth in his seat, seeking comfort from the overwhelming sound around him. Although he felt lost amidst the excitement of fellow concertgoers who sang and danced without worry, there was something special about being at this concert. He watched Elton John on stage with wide eyes, both amazed and anxious. The lights shimmered brightly above him as he tried to focus on the music instead of its volume. Despite feeling isolated in that big crowd, deep down, Leo held on to hope that tonight's concert would bring him a moment of connection, a fleeting chance to experience joy through music without fear or discomfort. As the concert kicked off, the energy in the venue reached a fever pitch. The band played with enthusiasm, and the sound swelled like a roaring ocean wave. For most of the audience, this was a thrilling experience, but for Leo, it quickly became a flood of overwhelming sensations. The cheers and applause that filled the air were like sharp pebbles, each one hitting him with discomfort. Feeling the noise close in around him, Leo instinctively covered his ears with his small hands. It was a natural response to seek relief from the onslaught of sound. He could feel his heart racing as he rocked back and forth in his seat, his body searching for comfort amidst the chaos. The beautiful music that usually brought him joy felt like too much to handle right now. In that moment, surrounded by laughter and excitement, Leo felt alone. While others danced and sang along without a care in the world, he struggled to find his place amid all the noise. The bright lights above him felt blinding, and he wished he could escape to a quieter space where he could enjoy the music without feeling so anxious. His wide eyes darted around, trying to focus on what everyone else found so captivating. Leo's discomfort mixed with his love for music created a strange tug-of-war within him. He wanted to be part of the magic happening on stage, He wanted to lose himself in the melodies that once made him dance freely at home. Instead, he felt trapped in this swirling sea of sound, hoping that somehow it would transform into something gentler, a chance for him to finally smile and revel in the joy of music that he cherished so dearly. As the captivating performance continued, Elton John moved confidently across the stage, engaging with the audience and pouring his heart into each note. His eyes sparkled with passion as he played, but amidst the sea of fans, something caught his attention. He noticed a young boy in the crowd who seemed distressed. Despite the electrifying energy swirling around him, Leo's discomfort was impossible to miss. Elton's keen observation skills revealed more than just a sea of faces. He understood that each person in the crowd had their own story. When he saw Leo covering his ears and rocking back and forth, his heart went out to the boy. It wasn't just about performing. It was about connecting with every individual present, including those who may have been struggling to fully enjoy the experience. With compassion lighting up his face, Elton paused for a moment, looking directly at Leo. He could sense the boy's anxiety and wanted to make a difference, even if just for a brief instant. In a gesture that spoke volumes about his character, Elton motioned for the lights to dim slightly. The change was subtle but significant, offering Leo a glimmer of relief from the overwhelming brightness that contributed to his fear. Then, with incredible intuition as an artist, Elton chose to shift gears musically. Instead of continuing with the upbeat tempo that filled the venue with noise, he began playing a softer arrangement of Tiny Dancer. This heartfelt decision was made not just for Leo but for anyone seeking comfort in that moment. The music transformed into a gentle embrace, showcasing Elton's awareness of his audience's emotions. When Leo heard those familiar notes play softly in his ears, it felt like a warm hug, one that calmed him amid chaos and brought hope back into his heart. As Elton John stood on stage, he felt the pulse of the audience around him, yet his attention was drawn to a particular moment that transcended the music. Leo's distress was evident, and Elton's compassionate heart urged him to act. With a gentle gesture, he raised his hand and motioned for the lights to dim. This simple yet powerful action had an immediate effect, creating a softer ambience in the arena. The bright stage lights dulled gently, casting a warm, inviting glow over the audience while providing Leo with a reprieve from the harsh brightness. It was as if a protective curtain had fallen, shielding him from the overwhelming chaos that had surrounded him just moments before. The atmosphere shifted. There was calmness in the air that enveloped everyone, allowing them to breathe more easily. In that instant, the connection between artist and audience deepened. Elton knew that music was not just about sound, it was about how it made people feel. By dimming the lights, he transformed the concert space into a sanctuary of sorts, a place where those feeling overwhelmed could find solace. It wasn't just for Leo, it sent a message to all present that their well-being mattered. As the light faded, Leo felt a wave of comfort wash over him. The once blinding brightness now felt softer against his skin. He could hear the faint echo of laughter and excitement fading into whispers as others embraced this newfound serenity. With anticipation growing in the crowd, Elton prepared to play Tiny Dancer, fully aware of how this moment would resonate with Leo and everyone else seeking a gentle escape from the noise. The dimmed lights set the stage for healing through music, marking a pivotal moment in an unforgettable night. As the lights dimmed, the atmosphere in the concert hall shifted from chaotic to serene. Elton John, standing at his piano, began to play a gentle arrangement of Tiny Dancer. His fingers danced over the keys with a softness that matched the newfound calm in the room. The familiar melody flowed like a soothing river, capturing the attention of everyone present but especially focusing on young Leo. Elton's choice to play this softer version was not just a musical adjustment. It was an act of kindness tailored specifically for Leo. He understood that sometimes, music could be overwhelming, and by transforming the iconic song into something more tender, he created a safe space for Leo to connect with it. The notes floated through the air, wrapping around Leo like a warm blanket, easing his anxiety, and inviting him back into the joy of music. With each gentle chord, Elton infused love and compassion into his performance. The audience listened intently as they felt the emotional weight of the moment. Many were moved to tears, not just by the beauty of the song but by witnessing how one artist could care so deeply about an individual in his audience. The lyrics resonated more profoundly as Elton's voice blended harmoniously with the tender piano accompaniment, creating a magical experience. As Leo sat there with his ears uncovered, he felt a wave of relief wash over him. The once overpowering noise transformed into a beautiful soundscape that ignited his spirit. For the first time that night, a smile broke across Leo's face, illuminating his features and revealing pure joy. In that precious moment, Elton John turned Tiny Dancer into more than just a song. He made it a heartfelt gesture of understanding and connection, reminding everyone present of the healing power of music and compassion. As Elton John played the gentle notes of Tiny Dancer, a beautiful transformation unfolded before the audience. The soothing melody wrapped around Leo like a warm embrace, calming his racing heart and washing away the anxiety that had built up within him. With each soft chord, the overwhelming sensations of sound faded into the background, replaced by a sense of peace and safety. Leo's small hands slowly lowered from his ears as he began to connect with the music. He felt as though he was floating on a cloud, gliding away from the chaos that had engulfed him just moments ago. The joy that music once brought him began to surface again, lighting a spark of happiness in his eyes. Then, for the first time that night, a smile broke across Leo's face. It was a bright and genuine smile that illuminated his features and reflected pure delight. Gone were the traces of distress. He was fully engaged with the moment, allowing himself to feel the magic of the concert wash over him. The change in Leo was nothing short of remarkable, showcasing the profound power that music can hold over one's emotions. Around him, the audience felt a powerful shift as well. Many were moved to tears by witnessing Leo's transformation. They could see how Elton's thoughtful gesture had reached this young boy's heart. The connection felt electric. The entire room seemed to celebrate together, as Leo's smile spread like wildfire, igniting joy among those who saw it. In that moment, it became clear how music has the ability to heal and soothe. What started as distress turned into something beautiful, an unforgettable reminder of why music matters so deeply in our lives. For Leo, this experience was a testament to resilience and the comfort that comes from understanding and kindness, leaving an impression on everyone present that would linger long after the last note faded away. As Elton John played the tender notes of Tiny Dancer, the emotional energy in the concert hall reached new heights. The audience, already captivated by the performance, now found themselves witnesses to a poignant moment that transcended music. When they saw 9-year-old Leo Martinez's transformation from distress to serene joy, a wave of empathy swept through the crowd. Many concertgoers couldn't help but be moved to tears. The sight of Leo smiling, his face glowing with happiness, was a reminder of the power of compassion and kindness. It was as if time stood still for a moment, and everyone in the venue felt connected to one another through shared emotions. Strangers exchanged glances, wiping away tears while smiling at each other, united in their appreciation for what they were witnessing. Some fans clutched their loved ones tightly, others raised their phones to capture the moment forever, but all shared in this beautiful experience. A gentle hush fell over sections of the audience as they absorbed the magic unfolding before them. The tender arrangement of the song brought forth memories and feelings that resonated deeply within their hearts, prompting reflection on their own lives and struggles. Leo's journey from fear to joy reminded everyone present of their own vulnerabilities and triumphs. Each note played by Elton seemed to resonate with personal stories, making it a collective experience rich in emotion. As tears streamed down cheeks and smiles broke out across faces, an atmosphere of love enveloped the room. This powerful response showcased more than just appreciation for music, it highlighted the collective humanity present that night. In an era where connections can sometimes feel fleeting, moments like these became milestones, reminders that together, through music and compassion, people can rise above overwhelming challenges and find healing in each other's presence. Ultimately, it was a night filled with tears of joy and realization about the beautiful impact of understanding and kindness. The touching moment at the concert illuminated a profound theme: the power of empathy in music. Artists like Elton John have a unique ability to connect deeply with their fans, transcending mere performance to create shared experiences that resonate on emotional levels. Through music, they can touch hearts, heal wounds, and remind us of our shared humanity. When Elton noticed Leo's struggle and chose to play a gentler version of Tiny Dancer, he demonstrated how artists can respond to the needs of their audience. This simple act of compassion not only transformed Leo's experience, but also stirred emotions throughout the crowd. In that moment, every listener became part of something larger, a community bound by understanding and empathy. Music has an extraordinary way of breaking down barriers and fostering connections. It speaks to feelings often left unexpressed and brings comfort in times of distress. When artists share their vulnerabilities through their performances, they invite listeners to do the same, creating an environment where everyone feels seen and heard. The shared experience at the concert became a reminder that no one is alone in their feelings. Others have faced similar challenges and joys. As tears filled eyes within the audience, it became evident that this was more than just a concert. This was a powerful lesson in kindness and compassion that would linger long after the last note. The ability for music to evoke such a visceral reaction demonstrates its role as a healer, transforming pain into joy and isolation into connection. Through experiences like Leo's transformation that night, we are reminded of how vital empathy is in our lives. The concert served as a beautiful example of how artists can foster deep connections with their audiences, proving that when we approach each other with understanding and love, we can create lasting impacts on one another's lives, reminding us all that music is not just about sound, it's about healing hearts and bringing people together. The extraordinary events of that night at the 2015 Elton John concert serve as a lasting reminder of the joy that music brings and the profound impact kindness can have in challenging situations. When young Leo Martinez struggled with the overwhelming sounds around him, it could have created a moment filled with fear and isolation. Instead, it turned into an opportunity for compassion, showcasing the beauty of human connection. Elton John's thoughtful gesture to dim the lights and switch to a softer rendition of Tiny Dancer was nothing short of transformative. This powerful act not only calmed Leo but also united the audience in a shared moment of emotional resonance. As tears flowed and smiles emerged, everyone present felt a sense of healing that transcended the music itself. The crowd's reaction encapsulated the essence of empathy, an understanding that we are all intertwined by our experiences and feelings. This concert illustrates that music is far more than mere sound, it is a conduit for emotions, memories, and moments of profound connection. When artists embrace their audience with kindness, they create a space where everyone feels valued and understood. In an era where life can be fast-paced and fleeting, events like these remind us of the importance of slowing down to truly see one another. As Leo smiled for the first time that night, it symbolized a victory over anxiety, a triumph made possible through compassion woven seamlessly into art. This event solidified the notion that even amidst noise and chaos, moments of joy can be inspired by simple acts of kindness. Ultimately, the concert became not just a night to remember, but a testament to how music can heal hearts and illuminate paths toward connection, empathy, and love, the threads that bind us all together.